Greetings everyone, this is Lodrik. This is a game War in the Pacific, Admiral's Edition. Play by email against Jochen. Scenario 1, 1 day turn. For me is Empire of Japan. And Jochen the Allied. Today we'll check the 18th February 1942. Last turn saw no real big battle. Here I pick up some dot base for free. In the middle of the Pacific. Maybe the most interesting was Jochen make a kill 3 of my minesweepers, but no big impact. I still need to rebuild Luganville and get it under control, get Air Force there, repair all the damage, and stabilize the situation. So I have a forward base I can later defend if Jochen ever try to push back. So no night activity, no submarines, no navy engagement. So totally inactive navy, again more or less. So I bring some forces inside to Luganville. And Jochen scout my carriers. There are still more submarines near Sebang or north of Georgetown. The British submarine blockade with I think so far really only one hit on my ships, so maybe. A lot of recon. Always let me know where's Jochen moving his assets. So airstrike on Shanghai Airport. Not the best hit ratio, but at least something. And my attempt to maybe slow down Jochen's retreat out of Kupon. Now that I know that he's running, I can maybe try to catch up and kill him on the move out. But this is what I mean. The terrain, the base, even if he's moving, I cannot really hurt him. The bomber was more or less free to attack, and somehow he chose to attack completely out of line. So I don't really like this, and I will, even if it was successful, it's also meaningless for me to hurt something far away in the rear. Maybe it's consumed some supplies, but it's meaningless. I must always only hurt the units at the front line. Or at least very close to the front, not so far in the rear. This is a little more successful. more and more, and they're all coming one by one and not together. Now it's Jochen's attack. Luckily this time I have my zeros. But zeros against B17s is also not an easy task. But for some reason today I can make a first immediately kill on a fortress. All the time before I use long range cap I was always damage. So but today at least I can get rid of one of them. So I have really every advantage I can have. Unescorted, diving on bombers. If I cannot get rid of the enemy strike here now, so far away, it's impossible. But now it's the second kill. So 2 killed. And so far no own losses, maybe ops losses. But if I can save the pilot I would still say okay. I don't push too much the industry output of zeros, and same like for Oscars. Other players maybe do this. You can normally easily double the output of airplanes if you want with the Japanese industry. It's only consumes so many supplies, and I really play this here more a little more safe. So many zeros and still 4 bombers come through. Maybe they don't really make damage, but it's still coming. So 10,000 feet, of course, this is the lowest altitude Jochen can go. More. I need something with more firepower. But normally the zero with the 2 cannons are not lacking firepower. It's only maybe that most of the time if I damage the fortress is only with machine guns, and this will make no damage or so little damage that I have to hit 4 or 5 times that I ground the airplane. And hit with the cannons are simply not so frequently and likely. And the game unluckily gives no feedback if it's a hit with a machine gun or with a cannon. I would really want to know how is the ratio. I mean, not that I really can change it. On the other hand, really, you cannot change the equipment of your airplanes. So they simply try their best. But I need something better. But at least for the Navy, I don't know if there's really anything coming soon. I mean, the army getting the Tojo. Not that the Tojo is a fortress killer. What I can expect. I think for the Navy, I really only see the George. The George is a good airplane, but first 43. So whole 42 I must handle all of this business with a 0. But this was, I think, bomber number 3 just go down. And many others gets damaged. But damage is often doesn't matter, because damage will return to base and then repaired. I don't know how is the ratio between damage and ops losses for Jochen, but I think at least not all better than 10 to 1. So if I damage 10 airplanes, maybe 1 ops losses. Or more worse. Again, maybe 1 kill. So 3 bombers. 3 is better than nothing. And these are 4 engine bombers. Hard to replace. So, now afternoon. Unluckily for me that Jochen don't try any attack with his marauders. So here my dive bombers, I now convert them to Navy sub-hunter trying to attack something. The same for Jochen. Jochen also attack my submarine, so if you come too close to a base and there's a sub-hunter air squadron, then this can happen. And even if most of the time the air attack is a failure, it need only be successful once and then you have a problem. So some sport attack against this base, but one of my Nels gets killed, so the Dutch, they have at least flag is working. Now suicide attack of some 2 of SWAT torpedo bombers attacking my zeros. This is the escorted convoy I bring here in and out and have air cover. That is easy picking. Thank you. This was successful so far. So far I would say this was all okay. Looks Americans, they are proud with the B-17s and think they are undefeatable and coming without any escort, and then not that I kill them or shredder them, it's only they left some guys behind. The problem is now here, this is what I said in my last turn, there's some cap fighters. Because I only stand down the fighters but not the transport airplanes. And now I'm losing a lot of my transport airplanes in massacre over Tarakan. But this is really only, again, you must save this game so often. And if something happened, like a phone call or someone knocked at your door and then you just out of your mind and then you forgot something, you don't save, then later you reload and you missing this buttons, this one button to click to stand down your airplane, and it's cost you dear. Good. I'm starting picking up now this island change. Direction of at the end you must pick them all. They are all no. I think this is only a empty space. You can take it, you can build some bases, but it have there's no resources and the strategic value is small. The big question is always for the Japanese player, you take Darwin, yes or no? I would say this is, I mean, you can normally say, if you take Darwin, then you have a more easy life in the future, but take Darwin means also hold Darwin. And you must then heavily invest for Darwin. This will bind forces, so, or you take all these Dutch forces and islands and try to defend out of this. What the Japanese did. The Japanese never land in Darwin. They only make the airstrike against Darwin port. Sunk a lot of ships and then sail away and never come back. Good, this is a bombardment of Changsha. This needs again 5 minutes maybe. Cannot skip this. Simply the game don't allow this for me. Don't ask me why. Was in the wrong position. Today, similar bombardment. Looks the same attack value for Jochen, maybe increase slowly. Oh, but standard. Second attack on this Dutch leftover forces. In this hex, I already had a battle before in the base. Out of the base, I was easily to kick them out of the base. Now one of the Dutch forces gives up already. And the other one is hanging out one more turn. Yeah. I arrive here with my Thai Royal or Thai army, trying to fight this out with this British? India British brigade. Yeah. The defenders or the India troops are out of supplies and complete its end, but the Thai forces are only police force. They are not really for fighting. That is, they call army, but it's police. Use them for garrison. And maybe what I do for clean up operation, mob up operation. Here I try to make now the attack, but I cannot break through. I can destroy one of these Dutch forces, but I have disabled. I have no real losses, but yeah. So this Tarakan stuff must wait for another day. Good. So Rabaul is airfield 6 already. It was normally a maybe okay turn, nothing crazy. The killing of the B-70s was maybe the successful for me. Small. But at the same time, I also lost my transport airplanes over Tarakan. So I think it's equal out. Not that I really need it. I mean, I don't know if you really need transport airplanes for much more than airborne attacks. So losing for airborne attack is maybe the right way to lose them. Or if you don't lose them and never use them, then for what you have them. Maybe you can use training, but you cannot really train much with transport airplanes. You can. I have a squadron here because I only want to finish this topic. You have these transport squadrons, and you can use them for training, but you can only use transport training and general training. So maybe you can put your pilot inside to make general training. I train pilots for transport. It will also train defense. So if you train pilots here for transport, you get defense and experience, and then you can switch them maybe for navy search or navy attack, and then they have already better defense level. But if you train them long enough on navy attacks, they also get defense. So it's really, you cannot really much more out of these squadrons, I would say. It's good. But anyway, the day counts today with 7 losses for allies and 12 for me. I killed 5 fortresses, but I lost also 4 of my Marvis. Both are 4 engine, so nearly equal. Then Topsy I lost, and Tina, they're all transport. I killed 2 of the torpedo bombers. Okay, get rid of them. Torpedoes are the worst, and the rest is small fish. So I would say air war is it was okay. Then this transport disaster was then we come back to 0. So no one win, no one lose here, more or less. Jochen lose military equipment, I lose only transport equipment. And I'm not so sure if the game calculates this. I think the game cannot calculate it. The game the first check is the transport airplane take off, the transport airplane go to destination, it gets intercepted or damaged something, and after this is all done, if all is successful, then the unit will transport from one location to the next. It's not really like loading in the airplane, flying, gets killed, and unit is dead. At least I think the numbers looks not like this. I had here normally detection. Now I can see that Jochen bringing some fighters inside. Okay. I was able to bring some forces by accident here in again. But now my units are really completely shattered. So I had this and stand down, but not the rest. So now there's not much left. I mean, I have here still units left. This is the biggest blow, 3 of them. These are really the best airplanes, I think, for transport. Simply, they can operate at every coastline island, so they're float planes, and they can carry a lot far. For the Pacific, these are the best. Of course, for land operation, China and so on, and India, this is maybe not necessary because they can only land at water, so need a coastline base. But I don't want to talk here too much. This is only here I lost my transport airplanes. Okay, here was my convoy. Luckily I had a cover. Here is my escort carrier. And this is really the best what you can do with escort carriers. They don't have really much more value. Put fighters on them and let them move with your equipment you want to protect. You don't need more. This is all. Your fighters flying around and killing airplanes every day. So here was the landing, then Passat, and Bali is normally here. But I'm not so sure if Bali is... I don't know if this is Bali, Komodo, or is Bali here more? I was never in Bali, but Bali is here somewhere. And I think Bali is this island. It's a small island. Yeah. Maybe I go one day. Dutch force is still fighting here. I increased my attack value now to nearly 2000. The 15th army is on the move. The Rus, this is the cavalry falling up, but I can arrive maybe in 2 turns already at my final destination. I think 2 more turns. In 2 turns I will arrive here in Bandoing, and then I can attack. So maybe latest 25th of February, yeah, Java is liberated. And I can give the local authority my blessing and only temporary keep in charge. Xi'an, no big move, still moving. I move my heavy units now on Changsha. I arrive in 2 days. I think tomorrow I arrive. Then 1 day more I can try to attack. Jochen looks like move units out, so maybe this will help me. But you will see. I concentrate all my forces on Kokong. I mean, I move here these 2 units inside. This is a tank trying to get back to the line. No big change here. Maybe, I don't know, I forgot to check the ships, but I think there was nothing left. Yeah, no ships sunk last turn. And yeah, that's all. There's no real big change. Nothing I can report. Nothing really. Good. Thank you all. See you. Bye bye.